What's going on? It's your dog, Artman the Great, and we're back with another boxing conversation. Lord, man, it's getting heavy on Twitter right now. Them young boys going at it right now. For those who don't know, we're talking about Gervontaa Davis, Shakur Stevenson, and Devin Haney. And my guy Chris, he says, why I look like Shakur and Devin trying to team up against Tank? Because Tank's the big dog, man. Let's keep it 1,000, man. Tank is that motherfucking guy. He's that nigga, man. Like, he's that nigga, man. We can't deny that. Tank is the man right now. He got the clout. So of course, people, saying they teaming up on him. But but Gervontaa Davis, he making some big ass claims though. You know what I'm saying? It's only right that they speak on it. He making some big ass claims. He's saying things like, I hurt both of them niggas. I hurt, man, matter of fact, let's play the clip. Let's roll the clip. Roll the clip, y'all.
That would be Devin, that would be Shakur, and Tank Davis himself. Yeah, right. You got the last one right. That's the only person that can beat me. Gervontaa Davis. That's the only person. Them niggas cannot touch me at all. They all been in the ring with me. They all been in the ring, and I cracked both of them. I feel you, but check this right there. Okay, so you telling me you cracked both of them, right? But I was also told that Devin got the best of you in the last sparring session.
Ooh.
He didn't get no best of me. He did not get no best of me. He just right off the plane and fought Devin. Right off the plane. He didn't get no best of me.
He didn't get no best of me.
You can go in and I sparred him twice. I sparred him twice. Right. I was knocked him out in Floyd gym. Did they tell you that?
Woo!
Did they tell you I knocked him out in the gym?
I don't know about that. I ain't hear that part. Yeah. So that's it. I mean, shit. Like Gervontaa said, he cracked both of them, and Blue replied saying, "Hey man, I heard that Devin got the best of you." He said Devin didn't get the best of shit. I also heard that too. Also heard that Devin got the best of him in sparring. But what does that mean? A lot of people like to say, well, in sparring doesn't really matter. I'm not one of those people. I believe that sparring does fucking matter. What the fuck? Who's going to say that stupid ass shit? What happens in sparring can happen in the ring. For you to say it's impossible because you win in sparring, that don't mean you're going to win in the ring. Man, I don't believe that shit not one bit. Because, like I said, I seen sparring footage of To Go versus George Kambosos. And the sparring looked exactly like the fight played out with Devin Haney. Motherfucker couldn't move past the jab. So why are guys even sparring if you're telling me that sparring don't mean anything? Let's be real. And yes, I heard people got off on sparring and then they fought in pro fights and they got knocked the fuck out by the guy that they beat up in sparring. Yeah, shit like that happens. But sparring does fucking matter. So I heard Tank was out of shape in that second one. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Some days you can have bad fucking days in sparring, dude. The fuck? You can have bad days in sparring. I don't know why people acting like it's impossible for you to have troubles in sparring. But you know what I'm saying? I even heard the greats, Muhammad Ali and fucking Tyson. Mike Tyson, that's what I'm talking about. Not that bitch ass Tyson Fury. But Mike Tyson and motherfucking all these other guys, I heard that they had some troubles in sparring before. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I'm just letting everybody know we live on YouTube right now. You know what I'm saying? YouTube been on some bullshit, not sending my notifications out to my niggas. That's just fucked up shit. But a lot of people want to know who I feel would win a fight out of all them guys. And this is what I think. As of right now, November 26, 2022, this is how the Art Man feels. I feel like Gervontaa Davis Yes, he has that equalizer in his both of his hands, and he could put a motherfucker lights out at any given second. But I think Devin Haney would win a fight out of Gervonta Davis and Devin Haney. I feel like Gervonta Davis will lose that fight because he don't throw enough punches, and Devin Haney is a great boxer. I feel like he can evade those punches. It could probably, I wouldn't say blow him out, but I say it'll be competitive. But we'll all know who's the better boxer at the end of the day. But I understand that there's a big chance that Gervonta Davis can sleep Devin Haney. I ain't fucking stupid, and I ain't no fanboy. I know that Gervonta Davis can put a motherfucker lights out. Now, not Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson versus Gervonta Davis. I feel like that's going to be competitive, but I feel like it'll go like Canelo versus Plant, where the better boxer is boxing his head off, and then next thing you know, motherfucker lets himself loose and gets hit with some crazy shit, and next thing you know, he's on the floor looking up. You know what I'm saying? But Tank is dangerous, and Tank can fuck around and beat both of them niggas, and that's the thing. We gotta see it. We have to see it. But if you ask me right now, I'm telling you, Devin Haney is the man to beat. But let my guys up in here real quick. What's going on, brother D Hive?
What's going on? How you doing?
Shit, I'm good, man. Just enjoying my workout, and I'm here talking this boxing shit.
Ooh, do you
I know
see
you
the
heard. I know you
timeline?
heard.
Do you see the timeline right now? Oh my
That shit's
god!
funny. I love it though. I love it because I've been waiting for that type of shit. There's no friends in this boxing shit. We need to act like it.
I'm glad. I'm honestly glad that. To be honest, it's nothing personal, but I'm very glad that Shakur is taking this opportunity to piss Tank off personally because in his brain he thinks, "Oh, I'm gonna have the advantage." Tank is not that kind of fighter. Unfortunately, much like his predecessor, Tank is the type of fighter where if you piss him off, he fights better. So I'm glad that he's taking the time to really juice this shit up. Honestly, I'm gonna keep it 100. I don't think that he's going to fight him. I think he's gonna do exactly what he's been trained to do: talk a bunch of shit, boost his name, and then never fight him. That's just what I think.
Man, I'm gonna tell you right now. At the end of the 2023, Tank gotta fight one of them niggas, man. He got to.
I agree. I agree. And if anything, I think it's probably gonna be Devin Haney at 140 because I don't think that Shakur is really gonna do it. People say I'm crazy, but I don't think Shakur's that guy. I think he's gonna do what he's been trained to do: juice his name up off of potential fights, but then not actually fight them. He's gonna say, "Well, I'm a top rank," and la di da di da.
You
I'm like,
know, across the streets and all that
yeah.
shit.
And he claims that he sent a contract to Williams Zepeda. Williams Zepeda has confirmed nothing. We've got nothing back from that. He's claiming, "Oh yeah, I sent the contract to you." Okay, Williams Zepeda hasn't confirmed shit. How do
Hmm.
we know?
He said, I think
What's
Tank
up,
knocks
Cozy?
both of them niggas out. I'm gonna keep it a bean. Yeah, he could.
That's cool. Yeah.
He could. But he can also lose that fight too. You know what I'm saying? He can also lose that fight. And yeah, my thing with Shakur Stevenson, I like the kid, man. And right now he is using his name to get Javonte's name to get clouded up. But he gotta respond, man. He a grown ass man. This nigga just went on air and told everybody that I cracked his ass. He said, look what Tank just posted. Let me go see that shit right now. Man, I fuck with both of them niggas, man. That's just funny though. But ain't no friends in this shit.
But my thing is though,
Go
y'all
ahead.
gotta stop hyping up sparring because Shakur spars Bud, and if y'all think Bud was really in there loading up on Shakur to hurt that little boy, y'all are confused. Bud get mad, he'll turn up and knock that whole gym the fuck out. Shakur, Keyshawn, all them niggas. So if they keep talking about sparring, it's like okay, that sounds good, but that's just sparring. That's sparring. Not to mention, I'm pretty sure everybody involved takes far more chance of sparring than they would an actual professional fight. So let's calm down.
Javante said, I won't miss.
Yeah,
And
I
then he
don't
put
think.
a salute sign, said he won't miss.
And it's funny because people keep talking about how Tank is this huge guy, weight bullying everybody. Shakur called Tank a midget.
Tank is not no fucking weight bully, bro.
Yeah,
What the
Tank is
fuck?
smaller than Lomachenko, but Shakur called Tank a midget.
Tank is literally 1 inch shorter than me, bro, and I'm fucking like 5'6".
Yeah.
What
And
the
so
fuck?
So
What do you guys? Yeah, they make it seem like this nigga is Jared Hurd of the fucking boxing division.
that's what I'm saying.
135 division.
Just because he punch hard and he has a lot of tattoos, people think he's some big ass dude. Like, no, Tank is very small. He's like the size of Kevin Hart.
Yeah, he's the size of Little Uzi. Lil Uzi and Tank stand right next to each other. These motherfuckers the same height. What the fuck y'all talking about? Tank posted the message Shakur fan. Oh, I didn't see it. He probably deleted. You know Gervontaa Davis, he always deleting shit, but I'm sure somebody's seen it. But let's read a tweet from a guy named D Hive Boxing. He says Shakur Stevenson is giving me Terrence Crawford vibes. Real motherfuckers know what I mean. Go ahead and explain that for us, D Hive.
Like I said earlier, I strongly believe that Shakur Stevenson is using these fights to juice his name up because people are already saying he's the second coming of Mayweather. He's the greatest thing since sliced bread. He beats everybody easily, and then he's going to go on and not fight any of these people. I understand that Devin Haney and Shakur and Tank are busy right now, but you notice how he didn't start really talking all this shit until Tank had 2 fights lined up. And then first, he's at 130. He's talking about unifying with Cordina. Then he suddenly goes up in weight. Now he's saying that he sent Williams Zepeda a contract. That hasn't been confirmed. Now all of a sudden he's talking about Tank. So
Shit.
it's like
Javonte's he's a fucked up nigga, bro. My bad for cutting you off. Javonte's fucked up, man.
what he posts.
He go post the fucking DMs of Shakur Stevenson and Gervonta Davis. Let me read this shit for y'all.
Oh no. Oh no.
So he sent them a message, says you got a champ. And then I don't know who's sending hold on, let me see this shit. Who's sending? Hold on. Let me see this shit. Because I don't want to get this shit confused. Oh, okay. This is Shakur Stevenson. No, this is Gervonta Davis. No. This is Shakur Stevenson. My bad. Shakur Stevenson said, shaking my head, bitch ass nigga, get out my DMs. And then Friday, May 27th, he said, even though you be on some BS, fuck that nigga up tomorrow. I got no beef with you. It's a few fighters come from nothing like us, real shit. So I support every nigga who could get the shit out of the mud. That shit hit different when you really from that. So my nigga, whether you fuck with me or not, I'm rocking with you gangster. We square until we square. I mean, I have no problem with that message, but I understand this is boxing. Some of these niggas be ignorant, so they be like, nigga, I take that shit as a sign of weakness, nigga. Which, I ain't nothing wrong with that.
My thing is though, all these dudes, both hardcore Tank and Shakur fans, always talk about how they're from the streets and they hard and they from the squad and da. I'm like, okay, cool. So you telling me they can earn street reputations for fucking free, but you don't want them to fight for millions of dollars? You talk about how they're so hard and from the streets and all that. This is combat, goddammit. They talking shit. You got to go see them. Isn't that street protocol? Except in this case, it's under sanctioned rules. They're very unlikely to kill each other, and they get paid millions of dollars. What's the problem?
I know, right?
They talk all this bullshit. Like even today, this dude is talking about, oh well, Shakur is from he's a street dude. He's a street dude. Okay, cool. So is Tank. What does that prove?
Hey, Coach Dorito, send me a message on Twitter or Instagram. I don't want to post the link in the chat, so you gotta send me a message.
Yeah, I get tired of hearing that shit. Your impoverished zip code doesn't determine your fighting skills. If that was the case, Lomachenko would be the ultimate badass because Ukraine is a tougher hood than both New Jersey and Baltimore. And yes, I've been to both cities. I live fucking driving distance from Baltimore. Cut it out.
Damn, right now, what y'all thinking? What's a bigger fight? Gervonta Davis versus Shakur Stevenson, or Gervonta Davis versus Devin Haney?
Probably Shakur because people are higher on Shakur than they are on Devin. People think Haney is easy work for whatever reason, which is hilarious to me.
It's weird, ain't it? It's like he is, but he ain't. That's what they be saying on Twitter, basically. It's like he is on Twitter, but when you see him in a match, it's like, damn, that nigga is the fucking real deal. That's how they be acting. That's just so fucking crazy to me.
It's funny because they'll say Haney's easy work, but then encourage nobody to fight him. They will encourage everyone to stay away from him.
I got 2 IGs, Artman, the Great, and Artman Boxing.
Yeah, that should be super hilarious. That should be super hilarious to me because they'll swear up and down he's a chinless wonder that's pillow fisted, can't do shit, but then they will encourage everyone to stay away from him.
Man, I was just watching Devin Haney versus George Kambosos too.
Uh-huh.
Man, Devin Haney, I was looking like, bro, in that round 10, it was looking like not Gervonta, Haney was about to stop this nigga George Kambosos. That motherfucker got on this bike.
Yeah, he started running. Devin Haney was cautious, didn't want to come in and get popped with the counter because that's what George is known for, and just coasted to a 12-round ass whooping. Like the people that
He
hate on
whooped that
Devin Haney
ass.
will love Shakur, which is amazing to me because they both are known for the same thing. They don't have a lot of punching power, and they're known for giving out boxing lessons. I don't understand people.
But I'm gonna tell you this. George Kambosos did go out in the public and say, hey, I ain't gonna lie, man. Fuck what y'all Twitter niggas talking about. I'm paraphrasing, but basically saying, fuck what y'all talking about. Devin Haney definitely got some on them punches.
Yeah, ain't nobody dogging him. Ain't nobody dogging him. Linares didn't dog him. Jojo Diaz tried to dog him, but then got backed up a few times. Nobody dogging him. And another important thing, Lomachenko seem excited to fight Devin Haney? Does he seem like he's ready? Or does he seem
No.
like yeah?
If he was ready, that fight would have got announced like yesterday, nigga.
Or does it seem like Devin Haney is the only champion and he wants a good paycheck and doesn't want to look like a bitch for fighting somebody else? Because he already fought Jermaine Ortiz and looked like garbage. So what would it look like if he asked for another tune-up?
And you want to know that Lomachenko ain't that guy. Ortiz, right? Jermaine Ortiz, the one who just basically put the beats on Loma. Ask anybody who y'all picking, Ortiz versus Devin Haney. What you think they gonna say?
Motherfuckers will say Ortiz.
Oh yeah, they gonna say Ortiz just to be funny. But
Yeah,
real niggas know who's gonna win that fight, nigga. Come on, man.
Yeah, no, I mean, Devin Haney on style on Ortiz. They'll be like, oh, he's going up to 140. Devin Haney got to fight him. I'm like, okay, cool. Are you gonna give him any respect when he beats him? Considering y'all say he had a loss to Lomachenko, are you gonna give him any respect for it? Shit. That's just like when niggas said, "Oh, Devin Haney needs to fight Pitbull Cruz," and then when Devin Haney was talking about it, they said, "Oh, look, he getting ready to fight Pitbull Cruz." Like, what are y'all doing? Y'all said he should fight Pitbull Cruz. Now he's trying to do it. All of a sudden, it's like, "Oh, look at him. He's ducking the smoke." Like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? Like, really, what the fuck is wrong with y'all?
Dude, 2023 is the make or break year for boxers. That's who we consider elite. The reason why I say this is because everybody wants to see these guys in a big fight against each other. Have you noticed that it's been the main guys in boxing? They're fighting good fights, but they're not fighting against each other. You know what I'm saying? Like George Kambosos versus Devin Haney is cool, but come on, man. We want to see nigga you against somebody that we know is a killer. You know what I'm saying? Like Gervonta Davis or Shakur Stevenson. We want to see the Caleb Plants versus Benavidez because the motherfuckers been going at it and they guys who we call elite. So fight each other. We want to see that type of shit. In 2023, a lot of these fighters need that fight, or it's gonna be curtains for them. Big Charlo needs that fight, or it's gonna be curtains for him. I ain't gonna lie. Devin Haney, he already did his thing, but he still needs that fight, man, with somebody big. But he's getting that fucking bullshit Lomachenko fight. But at the end of the year, I want to see Devin Haney versus Shakur or Shakur versus motherfucking Tank.
Well, let me put something out there though. So Devin Haney's father has come out on multiple occasions and said that they did not need to fight Kambosos back to back. They had to fight him a second time, yes, but it didn't need to. There wasn't a clause for an immediate rematch. They just said the rematch had to happen. And also, Lomachenko was not the guaranteed third fight. That's just some shit that Bob Arum announced. That's why Devin Haney was talking about we can make a Tank fight in between. We can make a Shakur fight in between. We can do other things in between, and nobody took them at their word. You can say, oh, they must have been lying. What have they lied about thus far? Why would they lie about that? And not to mention, I believe them when they said that if Tank wanted to come on board and be Devin Haney's third fight or whatever, they would move Lomachenko out the way and make that, 'cause that's a much bigger fight. They would just do a cross promotional. Because why? Because Lomachenko, you can fight Lomachenko at any point. Why we waste time with Loma when Tank is right here? Tank is not.
You hear motherfucking Leonard Ellaby. You hear what he talking about?
Right.
Oh man, Haney, he ain't really selling like that. Like, come on, bro. How would you say something
But
like
Ryan gets a fight. Yeah, okay.
that? But Ryan though, and I'm like,
Ryan gets a fight. Okay.
I couldn't co-sign that shit. I gotta keep it all the way 100. I couldn't co-sign that shit not one bit because I'm like, bro, don't do that because that's what these trolls and all these motherfuckers on Twitter do. Like, come on, let's be real, man.
That's what they say. That's what they do. That's what they do when they don't want someone to get a fight. It's just like the same dudes who talk about Boots. First they'll say Boots needs to fight a live body. Okay, Boots should fight these people. Nah, there's not enough money for those people to fight Boots. What the fuck are y'all doing?
And then, man, shout out to my dude, Coach Burrito. But right now, that's what's pissing me off the most on Twitter. It's like Boots getting all this unnecessary hate for what? Oh, he's just gonna announce a bum. Look at that. Nigga, duh, because motherfuckers don't want to fight him. What are you talking about?
Stanionis turned it down. Virgil Ortiz said he won't be ready for another 4 years or some shit. Spence might be fighting Thurman. Keith Thurman himself said, I need at least $10 million to fight this dude. So what is he supposed to do? Who is he supposed to fight? And then you got dudes saying, why doesn't he just go another route? He's the number one for the IBF. Oh, he doesn't deserve a title shot. What is he supposed to do? Let me remind people.
He got to.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say he got to get away from Cameron Duncan and get with somebody with some real money. That's
he already is. They sued. They had a lawsuit with Cameron Duncan earlier in the spring of this year, and he's already away from it. So he just deals with Showtime.
Oh, word.
Yeah. He just deals with Showtime on his own now, so people can throw that one out the window too. But let me remind motherfuckers.
Well, then.
Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead, bro.
I was just gonna say, let me remind motherfuckers. Jerron Ennis right now is exactly where Errol Spence Jr. was in 2017. In April of 2017, he was the IBF number one. He had done nothing else but fight himself into that position, and the IBF gave him an opportunity, and it's been curtains ever since. So it's the same situation. So people trying to make it seem like, oh, Boots got to do something extra. Oh, he got to do this. He got to do this. That's fear talk. And it's okay to be scared for your favorite fighter that they might get hurt, but you need to be honest about that.
Yeah, see, I'm not really jacking none of that. You feel what I'm saying? I'm the type. My two favorite fighters, let me come clean. My two favorite fighters in the world is Errol Spence Jr. and Tank. But I'm not the type that be trying to, like, save my niggas or, like, protect them. I'm like, nah, throw them out there in the fire. So I want to see Spence fight Boots. I want to see Tank fight Dev. I want to see Tank fight Shakur. I'm not with all that. And all these, at the end of the day, let's just be real, are excuses. Anybody who says, like, Boots don't bring nothing to the table. Listen, we all know how the boxing business works. It takes two to tango. So, like, whether it be a Boots or whether it be a Devin Haney, Tank went in the ring and fought Rolly Romero, who fought and sold nothing before they fought. And then they went out and they broke record numbers at the Barclays. I was there. It was a beautiful event. You feel what I'm saying? The same thing will happen with Tank and Dev, and I think even more so. And as far as Boots goes, if Boots fought Spence, I guarantee you they'll pack out whatever arena they at. They can take it right to Jerry's World over there in the Cowboy Stadium and do 40,000, 45,000. So, you know, all of this stuff really at the end of the day is excuses. So, yeah, I completely agree with you, D-Hop.
Yeah, and Haney just did 50K with fucking Cambosa's pussy ass the first time, so they can't say, oh, he can't, he's not a draw, he doesn't do it. That's one of the reasons why the boxing media didn't want to talk about the numbers for Cambosa's one, because it was an overwhelming fucking success. They want to keep the he's not a draw narrative going to make excuses why people shouldn't fight him, but he packed out the arena 50 to 55,000. And
what Bill Haney said on Truth Boxing Talk, he said, go to Real Devin Haney Instagram and see who's getting money. Right. We'll see who's getting money around here. Okay.
Right. And
so
some of
money not the issue, nigga. Talking skills here. Let's get to it, man.
And Haney doing so well, he feeding some of Tank's old squad.
For real,
I
man.
watched.
We've been talking about Tank for a long time, bro. Like, I remember fucking still being in school, niggas was talking about, Tank the next up. And he still don't got no big ass fight like that. You know what I'm saying? That's just crazy. I'm about to be 30 years, bro. What the fuck? Come on, bro. I'm gonna keep it on it. Has Tank fought anybody black? American?
No.
Yeah. No, he fought one guy.
No, I mean, you're talking about like before he got a belt.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, but I mean, listen.
Exactly.
I hear what you're saying.
I gotta call it how it is, man. At least my niggas like
Okay.
Errol Spence Jr. He fought Sean Porter.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
another
Yes.
black
Okay.
motherfucker. That's how I
And
really judge certain fighters too. If you're willing to fight certain styles, you know what I'm saying? Like you can't just be beating up on Latino dudes. We all know it's like the bull and the matador situation when it comes to these
I
guys.
I feel you are, but let me ask you a question because you can say that about a lot of these guys. That's my problem with like 95% of the black fighters right now is they have how many black fighters are they for? How many black fighters is Shakur for? How many black fighters is Dev for? How many black? You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm
Yeah,
not
I
saying that they
scored
don't
just for
want
the
to.
black American dude,
what? Who?
but he wouldn't. He wouldn't know.
Oh,
Like,
you talking about Jamel? Nah,
yeah, come on, bro.
I mean, when I say black guy, I mean
Yeah.
like niggas under 30. You feel
Yeah,
what I'm
like
saying?
elite
Like,
niggas, like
yeah, niggas in
like
their
I.
prime.
You see
Or
how Charlo
just
fought?
somebody that doesn't have an Achilles heel like that. Like he's a fucking southpaw who can't beat another southpaw. Shit is ridiculous.
Like
Yeah.
Charlo versus Harrison.
Yes, there we
Or
go.
We
Charlo
need
versus
more
Brandon
fights
Adams.
like that in boxing. You see how competitive that shit was because they're both fucking skillful black motherfuckers that was in their prime. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That shit was competitive as fuck until it wasn't.
and but here's the thing too. I get that, and I agree with you 100%. But I also, if you're not gonna fight a black guy, I want you to fight off black, what I call them. You know what I'm saying? The niggas from Dominican, shit like that. Like Frank
Yeah.
Martin fighting Michelle Rivera, that's a good fight.
Well,
Even
that
I
fight was
personally
cool.
think Tank versus Hector Garcia is a good fight. Me personally, I know a lot of people are like, "Oh,
Yeah,
he's
me
pulling
too.
them
I
up,"
think
but
that's I
Hector,
think
a
that's a
big
good
guy at
fight, most
130.
definitely. But how many
You feel what I'm saying?
people are picking how many people are picking those guys to actually beat Gervonta Davis?
Not me.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like
Not
nobody.
me.
You're right about that.
Hector, hey, I'm not gonna count. Hector is cool. I like Hector. He's big 130. He did his job with Cobra's bitch ass or whatever. But I'm not giving him a real shot to do something with Tank.
Now you right about that.
That's keeping it real. He's gonna look good for the first three, catch some hot shit, and fold over like everybody else.
Well, look. I was watching that podcast Tank was on last night, and Tank said after these two fights, he gonna line up with Jeff. Now, he said that before, and he hasn't done that. But I'm just saying, I'm gonna hold him to his word here. And after these fights, if he don't start fighting like some real black niggas, man, it's gonna be, I'm gonna have to start changing my tune a little bit.
He said he wanted the winner of Haney versus Cambosis, and then when him and Bill were saying, okay, well the third fight's not signed yet, so let's make something happen. Everyone just kept saying, oh, you're fighting Lomachenko, you're fighting Lomachenko. I was like, we're fighting Lomachenko if we fucking have to on the third fight.
Yeah.
But like I said, Bob Arum, if Tank were serious, would be more than willing to take some cross promotional bread from a Tank fight. Tank is huge. Like why would
Well,
go ahead?
but let's be real though. Let's be real. This Ryan fight is a straight cash grab. You feel what I'm saying? They not gonna let him not get this cash grab and fight Tank Haney before that. They want to get it now.
But are they sure Ryan is actually going to fight him?
That's a good point. I mean,
I still don't believe it's going to happen. I do not believe that Ryan Garcia is going to actually fight Tank. I think Tank is going to be ready. He's going to want it, and then Ryan's going to be like, I got to pull out. And then Tank is going to fight some fucking replacement we've never heard of.
So who do you think Ryan's going to fight in his next fight? Because I think that'll tell me a lot about if he's going to fight Tank next.
It's not going to be nobody certified. Well, I mean, at the most, it might be JoJo Diaz, who just lost. at the most, because, he's been running his mouth about fighting him for the longest. So, yeah, he'll probably bring out JoJo Diaz for another DAZN paycheck. But it's not like...
He's about to fight Tevin Farmer.
Right, or something like that, yeah. If Ryan Garcia fought Zepeda, I would take him more serious that he's fighting Tank because Zepeda might actually be some good practice for Tank. He's quick.
I want to see a Tank versus Zepeda fight. So man, I just want to see Ryan just beat whoever he has to beat so we can get him out the way. But yeah,
I want to see Shakur versus Zepeda.
My thing is, man, Gervonta Davis, you better not sleep on this nigga Ryan Garcia. Yeah, I know Ryan Garcia ain't shit, but I do not want him to be in there playing and shit, laughing and shit, and then get caught with some shit. Because that motherfucker is fast.
I mean, yeah.
But a focused Tank will knock him out, sleep him easy. But a Tank that's goofing off and try to showboat and shit, I don't know.
My thing is, though, the people that were, when Ryan first started before the Luke Campbell fight, people were saying he's going to be the next big thing. If you were one of those people, You do not get to criticize Tank for fighting this motherfucker. You're the reason why he's doing this. Because y'all kept hyping this dude up as the next De La Hoya. Oh my God, he's going to be the ultimate this, the ultimate that. Okay, cool. You got his name hot, and now you're mad that Tank wants to fight him. Don't do that then. If you don't want someone to get big fights, then stop hyping them the fuck up. Stop saying they're this and they're that. And then when all of a sudden Tank want to fight him, you're like, oh, that's the cherry pick. No, y'all don't get to do that. Y'all do not get to do that.
That's a fact. And another thing too is y'all can't sit here and say Ryan Garcia is some bona fide star because the proof is in the pudding. In the contract, it's not a cross promotion. It's whatchamacallit, Showtime promotion, and the zone just gets to distribute it on its platform just like Amazon or anything else. So if he was such a big star, they would have been able to negotiate a dual promotion. They didn't. That's just the truth. You know what I'm saying? Ryan got to build himself up just like Shakur does and all the rest of these guys. You feel me?
Right. And honestly, whenever someone uses someone's individual star power to sell a fight, it makes me fucking sick because all that bullshit has been disproven. None of that matters. Like Kambosos was nobody until he fought somebody and got an opportunity and won. Same with fucking Teofimo, same with Devin Haney, same with Tank, same with all these dudes. And shit. These are dudes who didn't even have the Mayweather stamp of marketing to help them out any. I mean, like I said, if Tank didn't attach himself to Mayweather, he would just be some unknown nigga that punched real hard like Isaac Cruz. Because nobody would want to fight him. Nobody would want to fight Tank if they could avoid it.
Real shit.
I'm gonna keep it 1,000.
Shakur,
The people I know who's not real deal boxing fans, the only reason they know Gervonta Davis is because of Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
And because he's with Floyd Mayweather, he gets that stamp in the black community. I'm gonna keep it 100.
Exactly. I'm telling you, because Tank don't have, with all due respect to Tank doesn't really have that charisma. He doesn't really have a great speaking voice. He just has, that urban rapper's background, and he punches real hard, and he's a very talented fighter. So he needed a mouthpiece, and that mouthpiece was Floyd.
But he still would have popped. But I don't know if it would have been on this type of level.
My ex knew who Tank was because of Ari Fletcher. I guess he was with her at some point too. So I think that's part of it too, because like they be looking up to like
That's
Jada
true.
Waiters and shit like that.
Yeah, I know. Bro, we know what time is we in these days.
Yeah, I mean,
So yeah, that definitely made his name pop too on that space.
word. Now let's talk. Okay, Shakur is calling out Cruz, which I think is just hilarious. But he's calling out Zepeda too, and he said that he offered him a contract. Now, did he do the Bud thing where he offered him a terrible contract so that way he would lowball him out of that, or do you think he really actually wants to fight Zepeda?
I don't even know if he.
Nigga, it's whatever Bob Arum want him to do.
Yeah, when did Shakur all of a sudden get
That's
this
real
power
shit.
sending this contract sending power? And also, like I said, we won't know until Zepeda confirms something. Zepeda has confirmed nothing. He didn't say contract received. He didn't say it was cap. He didn't say it was real. So right now, I'm gonna just assume Shakur talking. To be honest, I'm not gonna worry about it.
I don't think he's talking, but we'll see.
Yeah, and also, why Zepeda of all the places? Why the fuck are you crossing the street? The fuck is wrong with you?
Because niggas want, I don't know, he was going on some rant and somebody was talking about it and how he ducking Mexicans and shit like that. Something.
Well, that's idiotic. I don't know why someone would say that, but I'm saying of all the fighters, why would you start at the zone or someplace that's off top rank, especially when you know how Bob is? That pisses me off in the first place. I'm like, what are you doing?
Give me Bud vibes, bro.
Exactly. I'm like, why would you start there? You got Abdullah Mason. You don't want to fight Keyshawn or whatever. You got Raymond Murataya. You got plenty of dudes you can even bring up from 130 to 135 at fucking at top rank. So why are you already starting across, like, because and then you're gonna come back and say, oh, the politics, you know how it is. Like, man, fuck off. Like,
Bro, you know what it is. It's the Mexican diet, man. He wants either Pitbull, who, comes with the little tank stamp, or he want the other Mexican, Zepeda, who just fought JoJo. Because he know it's you know what I'm saying?
No, him and Zepeda is actually a good competitive fight. If he's making an attempt to make
it,
I'll take it.
It is, but if we're talking about black fighters only fighting Mexicans, realistically, especially Shakur, outside of Jamel Herring, this is what he's been doing his last however many. I know Conceição, but he dropped his belts and shit like that. I'm talking about, like, let's be real. Fight Murataya. That's who I want to see him fight, me personally.
Yeah, yeah, and I mean Muratai is a perfect. Honestly, it should be a perfect stay busy fight. But if Muratai gets in there and exposes some shit he's not supposed to, that's life. That's life. You better come prepared and don't take him serious because you don't know his name.
Word. And since he's starting to ask for other people across the street, why don't he ask for the winner of the Frank Martin Michelle Rivera fight?
Right. Like just again.
Unless they cooking that for Tank.
Oh, the winner serves as a thing. Yeah, maybe. I mean
Yeah,
that
just in case Ryan pulls out.
that's true. They got to cook
I'd
on.
love, I'd love that.
I don't think I don't think that their camp will authorize that shit. I think their replacement would be somebody else. The replacement might fucking be the loser of that fight. Oh shit. Yeah, but yeah, no, I mean, like I said, all this shit sounds good. It sounds really good, but I don't know. We got to wait till some shit settles down because Shakur said that Tank was talking shit because he has fights lined up, and I'm like, Shakur, you also waited until Tank had fights lined up to talk shit. So what are we doing? Because all Blue Blood came on and said is that he got him mad. Blue Blood said that he'll pick Haney to beat Tank. Tank took that shit personal, said he'll knock out both Haney and Shakur. All right, Tank. Well, you got to show us that and actually make some effort into making a fight because the only person I've seen,
Facts.
yeah, the only person I've seen Tank really pursue a fight with is fucking Ryan Garcia. And Ryan Garcia, with all due respect, has never been good. Like, I'm sorry, even before the Luke Campbell fight, I knew this dude like was never been like, who the fuck is this? He's just another dude like Mark Castro, just waiting to get exposed. Like he's just, I don't know, whatever. I mean,
Okay, D Hop, let me ask you a question.
yeah.
If Shakur and Ryan were to fight right now, what would be the odds you put on a fight?
The odds of it happening, or the odds of somebody winning?
Nah, the odds of somebody winning.
Oh, I put fucking Shakur probably like a minus 1,200, and then because what is Ryan gonna do? What is Ryan gonna do? I mean, come on, man. Like I just like the only difference is that Shakur doesn't have a power bailout. He doesn't have, if he gets into trouble, he doesn't have he does his power is not gonna bail him out of that. And he's also punching upwards. So let me reel it in. Let me be realistic. I put Shakur probably like either a minus 6 to 800, and then Ryan at like a plus 4, plus 3.
Okay. All right, that's interesting. The only reason I asked that was because to me, and listen, this is not me saying that Shakur would lose because I think Shakur would probably beat him more than likely.
Oh, but he'll
I
struggle.
just think, yeah, I think
Yeah, he'll
the
struggle.
power of Ryan Garcia will make him think a little bit more than the others. So, like, for me, Shakur got more to prove. That's really what I'm saying. Like, when it come down to it, because the Valdez fight did not impress me. You beating Valdez doesn't mean nothing to me. Him beating Conceição don't really mean much to me either. You feel what I'm saying? I want to see him
Mm.
step against a real comp.
I certified Conceição because he was good. He just fought that fight like an idiot. But I'm gonna give him some respect. But you're absolutely right though. Tank, at the very least, if all else fails, skill, speed, whatever, Tank can fall back on his power and get you up off of him. Shakur does not have that luxury. So
Yeah,
so I agree. I think he definitely struggled with Ryan, and that actually is a more interesting fight than Tank versus Ryan because I'm not giving Ryan no shot to do shit with Tank. He's gonna get in there and get his shit stomped.
Ryan Ryan Garcia, Lion Ryan ain't shit. Fuck that weak ass dude, man. He ain't shit. He ain't never been shit. He ain't never gonna be shit. He done ducked Tank more than one time. He done ducked fucking Devin more than one time. Now his whole ass is finally getting what he want with this fight. He better not pull out this shit. And after this, Tank, I want to see you fight Dev or Shakur. I don't give a fuck about the outcome. I don't give a fuck how much money you make. You knock both of them out. I
Facts.
don't give a fuck. Let's just see it, bro. I'm supporting both brothers regardless. I fuck with Tank, Devin, and Shakur regardless. I just want to see that shit. I love Tank. I'm just tired of seeing dudes talk down on Tank name when Tank got hell of a IQ. He got he got fight in power, and he got fucking skill boxing ability to match it. But at the same time, it's like you're not gonna get the respect you deserve fighting fucking Isaac Cruz, fucking weak ass Cruz, and fucking retarded ass Rolly. You know
Well,
what I mean? And salute
Yeah.
to everybody. What's good, Art? What's good, D? What's up, bro?
What's
Like
going on now?
I came in hot, but this shit be having me heated because like I feel where everybody's coming from. Obviously, Tank does have that power, so he can knock out Devin and Shakur. Those are still 50-50 fights to me though, because I haven't seen it. Regardless of what I think, what you think, what anybody thinks, we have to see it, and I'm gonna pay for it when the time comes for those fights to be made. Like, but that the time is now. There's no other time for Tank to fight them than after these two fights because he's not getting younger. His prime is now. Don't waste your prime fighting dudes that you could beat when you're 36 years old. You know when you
Especially
can
when you're not in Charlo's situation. Tank can actually get these fights made. Charlo, nobody wants to touch Charlo. That's the problem.
exactly, exactly. Like Tank is the A side to anybody that he fights, regardless of anybody from 140, 140 to 130 down and shit. You know what I mean? Hell, even some guys at 130, 147, he's the A side. So
Yeah, he
Yeah.
they said over a lot of them niggas.
it's not even a factor of like, like he can't get these fights made. And not even a factor of I don't think he doesn't want these fights. Like I'm not gonna say Tank is ducking all these dudes, man. But if it continues to look like a duck and quack like a duck, then it's a duck, and I can't do nothing but hold him accountable for that.
You know what I
But
honestly think it is, bro?
what's up?
I really
What,
think that I agree with you. I think Tank wants these fights. I just think Tank is not super verbal, so he don't go up to Leonard Ellaby or whatever and say make that fight happen. Except for the Ryan Garcia fight, he don't do that. I think now though, like you said, he got to change it up after these fights and do what he said he wanted to do on that podcast and go fight Dev after this. Go fight Dev. Go fight Shakur because we, like you said, we want to see great 50-50 fights.
And also, the most important thing is that if Tank get in there and knock these two niggas off, I will never ask to see anything of him again. I'll be like, you know what? Fuck it. That's the guy. Can't be touched. Do what you got to do, man. Fight whoever. You can fight my cousin for 15.75 if you want. If you get in there and you knock these two off, I literally will never ask Tank. I literally will never ask anything of Tank ever again because that pretty much showed me, okay, so you're not gonna lose in this weight range. You just not you're not gonna lose. That's it. That's it. It's over. You're not gonna lose. There's nobody
Yeah,
else.
exactly.
and
See,
if you do
yeah.
that, you building other Black American stars. Like you building Devin to be a star going forward. You building Shakur to be a star going forward, and you amplifying your name even further. You feel what I'm saying? Than it already is. So to me, it's a win-win. Me personally.
Yeah.
See
Yeah,
that
yeah,
point you just
facts.
made, Cozy? That's what I said about Bud versus Arrow, man. I'm like, man, that fight would have set the tone for future Black Americans to say, you know
Facts.
what, we need to fight. We need to fight so we can have our next Terrence Crawford versus Errol Spence type, our Hagler Hearns type. You know what I'm saying? That's why I can't look at Bud the same no more. Sorry. That's
But
all I have to say. Keep on
Bud
playing.
likes Bud likes UK fans the best. He said they're the best fans, so he doesn't care about the Black American fan base.
That's the point I wanted to bring up too, family. That's the point. Like I don't understand. This is something that black fighters need to understand. You're not gonna get anywhere shitting on your core fan base, and that's us. That's us. Calling us broke and all this other shit. When we trying to support your stupid ass nigga, fuck you. Fuck what you talking about.
You got to
All that
understand
shit.
though, Bud is he's a dusty nigga. You know what I'm saying? So like that's the type.
Oh,
That's how he
I
moves. You feel what I'm saying?
Cozy. I
Like.
know. I know what type of nigga Bud is. I know exactly what type of nigga Bud is. He the
Mhm.
illest nigga in Nebraska. You know what I'm saying? Can't nobody tell him nothing. Can't nobody tell his whole ass nothing. He
And
think he'll
yeah,
he
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 really
he
think
got a
that shit means something too. That's funny.
Right, the illest nigga in Nebraska, bro. Don't nobody
he
give
got a
a
fight
fuck
with
about
Ava
Nebraska.
fucking Nesian, whatever fuck Ava Nesian, and he's still talking about Spence. Nigga, you sound like a fucking hoe, an ex, a dirty ass ex, still talking about the nigga that they used to fuck with. He done moved on to a new bitch and everything, but you still over here talking about this nigga. Shut up. We don't want to hear
Cause
it.
he a jealous nigga, man.
No,
He a
because
jealous.
Jealousy
he
really hurts
needs
your
Spence.
heart.
He needs Spence to sell himself. Without like, bro, without if Errol Spence didn't exist, Terrence Crawford would be another three-way champion. Like fucking what? Like
Adrian Broner.
no, not Adrian Broner. Adrian Broner actually like he still does numbers. I'm talking about somebody that's like nobody gave a fuck.
Oh,
Like imagine Pacquiao before he got to 130. That would be Bud. Nobody would give a shit.
Oh
No,
no.
Mm.
nobody would fucking care about you. Your only purpose in life was to either win or lose to Errol Spence. That's it.
Because
People care about Errol Spence regardless. Nobody gives a
that's
shit
what
about
Yeah.
Top Rank. That's what Top Rank built them up to too. That's all they cared about was that Spence fight. That's the only reason they was giving him all that money and promotion was to fight Spence.
hmm
He don't want to fight this dude. All these dumbass fucking dick riding Crawford fans keep talking this shit like, oh well, but Buttle beats him and Charles. Nigga, he don't want to fight them. What fucking part of that did your retarded ass not see? He
Yeah,
does not want to fight them.
it's
It
very
don't it don't make sense for you niggas to still be got all this fucking dick in your mouth, fucking getting fucked in the ass by this nigga Bud. And all he do is he'll leave like $10 on your bed and say, take that bitch.
And you know what's terrible? But and you know what's terrible? Bud actually validated Aram's points, which is horrible because Bud in the clause he allegedly had like an extra 900,000 or $1 million or whatever if Aram couldn't make the Spence fight. Whole time he had no intention of actually fighting Errol Spence and knew that fight wasn't going to be made. So he actually was over there robbing Aram off of extras. He just so used to get guaranteed pay. And it's funny because when you bring up Bomac's old interviews saying, "Oh, we'd rather go the easy route again with Top Rank and get this guaranteed money, and then go over there and negotiate." No one talks about how they use the easy route thing too. No one talks about
No,
that.
yeah,
Bomac said that shit
you
on camera multiple times.
right, D. You right. Fucking BFTB got his ass in the corner, had him reveal that shit. But all of a sudden, well, we know what he meant, but you didn't know what EJ meant. You stupid motherfuckers. Like I can't with these niggas, dude. Like I'm really starting to look at people that support Bud. If you not like my nigga Extreme Willpower, if you've not been constantly real about Bud and your support, if you've been on some fuck shit, like all these fuck niggas on Twitter
You
supporting
know
this
what
hoe
I
ass
seen
nigga,
on Twitter?
fuck that.
Them niggas said that David Avenesian is a better fighter than Keith Thurman.
That shit
Bro,
is hilarious.
Get the fuck out of
They
that
here.
don't
should
even
just
know
tell
what
you everything you need to know. Them niggas is not Bud supporters. They're anti PBC niggas. That's it. And it's reflected in the sales. Let's just be real. And there's no disrespect to Bud, but he can't sell outside of Omaha, bro. And it's for a reason. These niggas is not really fans of boxing or Bud. They're just anti fans of Al Heyman. That's really what it is. Like, let's be real.
Bud fans aren't employed. Bud fans are the epitome of passenger seat energy. Whenever you see a fucking shitty ass, partially damaged Nissan Altima with no registration and all hubcaps, those are Bud fans driving their baby mama car around during the day, pretending that they're looking for jobs. These niggas don't have any fucking money. They,
Niggas
they,
ain't washed their ass in a few days. They still talking all this shit.
yeah,
You
and the
ever seen
worst.
that picture? Oh my bad, D. Go
Oh,
ahead.
no,
No,
go ahead.
you seen that picture of that motherfucker, that bald motherfucker sitting in that dirty ass room on the computer talking shit? That's them niggas. Like if Bud was this and he was that, then you niggas would make him this and that. If I
They,
fucked with Bud, I would support Bud, 100%. These niggas ain't got no money to be supporting this nigga because if they would, his ass would be. It's crazy because like y'all see all these dudes supporting Bud, but his pay per view numbers don't fucking reflect it. That's crazy to me. Shit, I bought Bud's pay per views. I bought his fight with Sean Porter. Half them niggas didn't even they stream that shit. And
My
it's
thing
because
is, oh, I'm sorry.
I'm just gonna say this last thing too. Like they're Earl Spence haters. They bring up Earl's personal life, all the shit he got going on in his personal life, or whatever. They'll do anything to bring to light something about Earl in the negative light. They'll talk. They say Earl's not a boss, but then Earl come out with his fighter, and he get his fighter a better fight than a lot of niggas in boxing are fighting. You know what I mean? Like that's boss shit. But Bud sit up here begging for guarantees and shit, begging for somebody to support him like he a little old hoe. He need a fucking pimp to be pimped out. So he looking for everybody, going to dinner with Jay-Z, trying to beat up Trey Songz and shit, fucking going playing basketball, celebrity
He tried to
basketball,
probably
talking to
try to
50
beat up
Cent.
because Trey Songz was like, "Hey man, when you gonna fight that nigga Errol Spence, dude?"
Right, right. in there, in
real
there.
Hey,
shit.
he probably told Trey Songz. Trey Songz was like, "Man, look at your resume. Who the best person you beat?" And, Bud probably said Ricky Burns, and Trey Songz probably started laughing at that nigga. What
Like
you
who?
mean, Ricky Burns, nigga?
He's like, we've never heard of that dude. But honestly, real talk, Bud fan or not, let me say this: if you're the type of person, if Spence made the exact same move, if Spence decided, you know what, I'm not gonna fight Terrence Crawford because Ivan Easing is a guaranteed 10-figure payday. If you would have called Errol Spence a duck for making the same move, then shut the fuck up, and I don't want to hear anything you have to say. Because you're clearly not credible. You're not credible. You're biased for whatever reason. I don't know if Terrence Crawford is paying your light bill, giving you dick, whatever. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what he's doing to you, but it's clear that you're not arguing from a logical standpoint. You're using emotion because you're in love with Terrence Crawford, and it's okay. I don't judge, but just shut the fuck up about boxing because you're not being honest with anybody. You're
I
not being honest with
judge.
yourself.
I judge because you shouldn't be a fan of another man like that, bro. Not like that. And I told y'all niggas, man. Errol Spence and Tank is my favorite fighters. They my favorite fighters because when I started getting back into watching boxing, they was up next. So I've been following them basically their whole career. But please believe, if Errol had did what Bud did, I'm not gonna sit here glazed. Then like I'm gonna be like, yo, bro, you cap for that. I'm not fucking with you. Same thing with Tank. If Tank don't fight Dev after these Garcia fights, because he said it. Same thing. And I don't give Tank no passes for what he's been doing before. He should have been for it, Dev. You're not gonna ever hear me making no excuses for them. The people that make excuses for these dudes is cowards, they losers, they're glazers. Bro, these are the same people that December 10th will be in your DMs asking you for a link to the fight, bro, because they're not gonna buy it because they got no money for it. Let's just be real.
That's
Oh,
facts,
yeah.
though.
Oh,
Cozy, that's
shit.
facts. I'm
Niggas,
from,
niggas that paid for BLK Prime gonna be asking for the link because they're not gonna get it. They're gonna get robbed and not still not be able to watch the fight. Some dumbasses.
Accounts frozen, nigga.
Exactly. Yeah.
You'll be looking for the fight. This gonna be a thumbnail of the fight. That shit ain't clicking.
Have
What's
y'all,
going on?
yeah, have y'all
What's
seen the
wrong?
undercard? It's fucking Chris Cyborg and Bud's best friend. Like, what the fuck is this, bro? Like, and it's funny because they didn't even announce the undercard until niggas start asking where the undercard at. They were like, hey, what's up with this? I only see one fight on the fucking box rack. Then all of a sudden, oh shit, okay, we got Chris Cyborg. Nigga, what? This bitch
Damn,
boxes now?
the illest nigga in Nebraska couldn't get nobody, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy.
And then of
I
course
mean,
people talking about, oh, Steven So-called Nelson said and he confirmed all the Bud's bullshit. Guess who else popped up on the undercard? Oh yeah, Steven So-called Nelson. Of course he gonna say whatever he needs to say to keep his bills paid. Bro, get the fuck up. Oh my god, these dudes.
All this evidence done piled against this nigga Bud. I call him Bud Nasty because he's the nastiest hater of 2022. You know, he don't want Earl to be undisputed. You see how
What's
he
up,
talk about that
NJMP?
shit? Yo, what's good, MJMP? What's up, bro? You see how he talk about Earl and undisputed? This fight, he does not want that man to be undisputed off his back. He's so jealous of Earl because Earl is just that guy at 147, and it ain't nothing you can do except fight that nigga, you dumbass nigga. But you don't want to fight him though. You'll talk all this shit, but you don't want to fight him because you know he'll knock your fucking head off and break you the fuck down, break your eyes, break your ribs. This nigga, it's his energy changed after the Ugas fight because he thought shit was sweet. He really thought shit was sweet. You know, like he thought
Man,
yeah.
Earl was.
man, I don't like the fact that there's dudes out here who really claim that Errol Spence and Al Heyman put on some master plan to purposely send him a fucked up contract and say, yeah, you see, he doesn't want to fight us. Like, bro, come on, man. Like, stop making it seem like Bud is a victim. Like, you know what I'm saying? The victim in the situation, bro. This nigga pulled out and has a whole nother fight scheduled. Literally. And what's fucked up about it, you could have fought both niggas. You could have fought Errol Spence in January, February, and fought this nigga David Avenese in December.
You could have fought Avanesian whenever. Just
Exactly.
fight Spence first, get the whole welterweight division, and then go to BLK Prime if they're a legitimate organization. That way, everybody gets rich. But no, Spence was too high risk because you didn't have any faith in yourself to win. It's that simple. Anybody that's still picking Terrence Crawford to beat Errol Spence is a fucking idiot because Terrence Crawford himself came out and said, I can't beat him. That's what
Yeah,
happened.
I've been
He
saying
literally
that.
said, I can't beat him. I don't think I can beat him.
Yeah,
I've
the
been
nigga
saying
called
that.
it a setup. The nigga said they was trying to set me up, man. That should let you know right there. Like, come on, man.
Exactly. Cozy D. He said they was gonna give him that Mikey Garcia's treatment. Mikey Garcia got tons of fights on PBC. He was fighting other dudes that people wanted to see him fight. He was getting paid. He was getting fucking paid. You
Mm-hmm.
know, before that Earl Spence payday, and he got on his first pay per view, and it was like an interview like a year or two ago where he said, "I ain't even touched that Earl Spence funny. I'm still getting my paying using my money for my other shit." You
And
know,
Mikey
so he
went
would have
on
got
the
paid.
zone.
Exactly.
Yeah, Mikey's not a bitch. He also went on the zone. So people keep talking
So
about, oh, these are exclusive PBC fighters. They can't go anywhere. Y'all keep saying that, and it keeps being proven untrue. It keeps not being true.
we got one thing that these niggas never want to answer is one, who the fuck sends over an unsigned contract? Two, how the fuck do you agree to everything but don't sign? And three, why the fuck would you agree to everything if you didn't like the terms? You have leverage. It doesn't matter what we say, bud, you have leverage. You have something he wants. So if the terms aren't favorable, then you negotiate. But he doesn't want to negotiate. He didn't want to negotiate with Keith Thurman to get that Keith Thurman fight. He didn't sign the Pacquiao fight because the money wasn't there for Manny fucking Pacquiao. And Sean Porter, Sean Porter fight, that Sean Porter fight could happen years ago. Sean Porter, I bet you Sean Porter would have fought him before fighting Earl. Let's
He
be real.
tried.
Exactly.
Sean Porter tried to fight him when he was a champion. Bud didn't want it then. And then also, dudes got to remember, Bud spent 7 years in whining about the reason why he re-signed with Top Rank in 2018 was to fight Pacquiao. He got a Pacquiao fight and didn't sign that either.
Yeah.
He got the fight of a lifetime. We're talking 10, 15, whatever, how many $1 million, like Keith Thurman level bread is something where he could have actually maybe argued for 50-50 against Spence. He turned that down too.
And you
Let's
see
be
how
real,
Pacquiao
man.
looked.
Yeah,
And
real shit.
Ugas,
Let's be
oh
no,
my
real
bad. Go
shit.
ahead, cousin.
No, you good. I was just gonna say, let's be real. Like the times when Bud's can't been the loudest about the shit was right after Earl got into that car accident and before the Ugas fight. Before the Ugas fight, he out in the ocean talking about, "I'm in the ocean. I'm looking for you, but you know, I'm looking for you. You the big fish." Then after it, it's, "Oh man, yo, that's a great fight, man. Yo, I can't wait to fight you, man. Yeah, you look good in there." I'll tell you, like, bro, you can see the energy was never the same with this nigga, man. The nigga never really wanted to fight. He wanted to take advantage of a wounded duck, just like he did. He waited till Sean Porter been through hell and back with all the other fighters on his side of the street before he got into a fight with him. Like that's what it is. And when he's another thing too, he's sitting there talking about, "I'll fight Virgil and I'll fight Boots too," but
Oh
you
my
know they
god,
never signed it. I'm not trying to hear none of that, nigga.
that's
Bro,
He the
cap.
you fighting
boss. He the
David
boss.
Amnesia, bro. You the
Cozy.
exactly you the boss. Send him a contract.
He the boss though. Earl Spence ain't no boss, but he the boss. You know? So how the fuck are you a boss, but you don't send them two young killers a fucking contract to fight you? You skip over everybody. Keith Thurman, Ugas, fucking Boots, Virgil Ortiz, and you go to David Avenuza. Shit, I ain't even gonna lie. I might not I'd be mad about this fight if it was Boots Virgil Ortiz. I'd be like, okay, bud, I see you. You gonna take on them young killers, then we gonna get this work from EJ. Okay, I'm not mad at that. But you choose the fucking the ugly, the fat hole out the group of baddies. You know what I'm saying? You know they got all got that one for girlfriend that they use to boost their self esteem because she fat. She not might not be the cutest and you know whatever, but that's what he picked.
And my thing is too, dudes didn't even like certify avenues, and they had to like Google him for 2 weeks and then go, you know what? Based on what I just Googled, I mean, if we're really talking, he actually might be able to fucking Keith Thurman. I'm like, dude, no version of Avenesian is beating a Keith Thurman. First of all, that doesn't even matter because look at the achievement gap. Keith Thurman was the certified man at welterweight at one point. David Avenesian has never been the certified anything. He's not even a certified prospect killer because he only fought one dude that nobody had any fucking faith in. So I mean, what? Just did what? The only person I remember certifying fucking Josh Kelly was Breadman. Okay, so let's get that bullshit out the way. And yeah, like he hasn't done shit since. Like all the other prospects on this knockout street, niggas don't know who they are. They can't name them. Like who would name them aside from Josh Kelly? Go ahead. They gotta whip out Google. It's like, exactly. You don't know who
Hey,
the fuck these
can
dudes
y'all hear
fighting.
me?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
But no,
Well,
I don't really give a shit. I hope Bud fucking retires. I don't care. But you know, I'm more focused. I'm more focused on what Tank and Shakur are doing because they seem like they actually want to fight each other. But again, I hope that Shakur doesn't hit us with the Bud vibes, with the Terrence Crawford vibes, where I'm just talking gang of shit, and then not actually do anything. Because that contract nonsense, I need to hear what Williams Zepeda got to say on it. I need to hear what happened. Did you receive it? Does it look good? Is it okay? Because I don't even care if it's a bogus contract. Williams Zepeda should take the fight even if it's for no money. Because I mean, Jojo Diaz is cool, but Shakur Stevenson, a scalp like that is fucking that's
It's
legendary.
great.
Yeah,
'Cause that's a resume. That's a win that's gonna look better with age. Cause Shakur gonna do some shit. We fuck with Shakur over here. We know Shakur's the goods, you know. But it's just like it's time for him and Tank to get in the ring. It's time for him and Dev to get in the ring. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not mad at
That's
a
why I
Zepeda
said
fight.
it. 2023 is the make or break year for a lot of these niggas, man.
Yes.
Facts.
Big Charlo
Keyshawn
fans are
Davis.
coming back in. Oh Lord, let's Keyshawn.
I'm just saying, if we talk about make or break years, I don't want to see you fighting no EMT workers, man, in 2023. Because you
Yeah.
just fought one, a nigga that goes and dives to rescue people. And salute to him for his life. You feel me? I'm not hating on that. But that's not somebody that's going to make you say, like ESPN said with the highlight with it, oh, he's sending a message to the rest of the division. You beating the EMT worker is not sending no message to no Tank, no Devin Haney, no Frank Martin, bro. You need to fight a guy in the top 10. So,
Cozy,
yeah.
tell him to send a message to Frank Martin. He was talking all that hot shit. Then Frank
Real
started
shit.
pressing his ass about it. You know,
I'm
EJ
only
said,
six
"Let's
to
get it."
know, you
I'm only
know.
60-0. No,
Yeah,
fuck that.
he's
Get your
not gonna
60-0
fight
ass in there
anybody.
This
and
nigga
fight that
talking all
nigga.
this big, oh, I'll beat Frank Martin shit. Look what the fuck Frank Martin doing. What are you doing, little nigga?
Thank you. That's what I'm saying. Look at the
What you
PBC. They
talking
putting
about?
two niggas, two prospects in, and they lining them up. That's
Yeah,
what ESPN needs to do. I need you to go line it up against Mason Abdullah Mason right now. You
yeah.
feel what I'm saying?
Y'all got
That's
the
what I want
same
you to do.
record. Y'all got the same record, best. I mean, look, PVC put in Stanionis and Butayev, two undefeated prospects that were hot, and the fight was excellent.
Word.
And
That
now they're
was a good
doing
ass
it
fight.
again with Michelle Rivera and Frank Martin. Meanwhile, the Zone got Virgil Ortiz Jr. and Speedy Rashidi. That bullshit didn't happen. They got Conor Ben and Virgil Ortiz. That bullshit didn't happen. So it's like y'all talk all this bullshit. These niggas aren't fighting. These niggas are not fighting.
And the thing about getting them each other while you're young, Michelle Rivera and Frank Martin, after this fight, both of them have room to grow and do more in the division. Abdullah Mason and Keyshawn Davis, if they were to fight right now, both of them have room to grow and do shit in that division and collect greatness, you know, and just have those wins age like fine wine, you know.
Yes. Look at the 154 division, bro. Tony Harrison, Jason Rosario, Julian Williams, Jared Hurd, they all fought each other. They all had the belt at some point. But the point is, they all got good wins, and some of them were able to continue on, some weren't. But that's just how, the cookie crumbles, so to speak. But look, they all took their chance and built their names. That's what they got to do.
And that's crazy because all these quote unquote boxing fans love to shit on the 154-pound division, but you niggas over here sucking dick for these little ass 118 pounders and 108 pounders. Them niggas' sizes are third graders, bro. The fuck out
Man,
of
we
here.
gotta bring that up. I'm glad you brought that up because a lot of people been getting upset on shit I say because I've been saying stuff like, man, Anui is not the best fighter on the fucking planet, bro. With all these great black American talent out here, these skillful guys, man, because Anui being fucking who's that dude he's about to fight? I
Butler,
never even heard of this nigga. Butler?
Butler,
If he beat
yeah.
I already see the play coming. They're gonna try to make him number one pound for pound off of that shit, bro.
and keep in
You know,
mind,
because Errol
Butler
Spence and Bud Crawford haven't fought each other, so Anui is number one. I don't want to hear that shit, bro.
And keep in mind, Butler is somebody that got stopped in the first half by fucking Zolani Tete. So I just got to remind, because niggas don't be watching their boxing. Niggas will try to certify someone they never even watch fight. So just for point of reference, James Butler was stopped in the 6th round by fucking Zolani Tete. I'm not saying Zolani Tete is trash, but anyway, it's supposed to be the ultimate badass. So if he get in here and he go past the 6 or go the distance, okay.
But you already
Yeah.
know he gonna stop this nigga, man.
You gonna do this nigga dirty, man.
He should.
You gonna
That's
do
what
him
I'm
These
saying.
dirty.
niggas, yeah, listen, man. Let's just be real. I'm pretty sure Inoue moved up and never fought Choco Latino, but that's neither here nor there. The point is, them lower divisions, like the little small weights, they be real thin, and nobody make no money. So yeah, they fight each other, but it's really, listen. I like Inoue. I think Inoue is a good fighter. I do. I think he's a top 10 pound for pound fighter. Do I think he's the best? No. He got to fight Stephen Fulton, man. It's jumping up in them weight divisions compared to jumping up in 135 to 140. It's different. So for me, I gotta wait to see just like I say with everybody else, I keep it consistent. You got to fight a Black American, like you were saying, Art man. And Stephen Fulton is right there, knocking at the door. So yeah,
They
let's
calling
wait.
this man the best fighter on the planet. He ain't never fought a black person a day in his life. Is what
That
he
shit don't
said.
make sense to me. I fuck
See,
with
yeah,
Inoue
and
too.
that's
I'm in the same
unacceptable.
Cozy. I'm in the same boat with you. I fuck with Inoue. Shit, the only two fighters I watched around them weights is Inoue and Fulton. So you
Same.
know, shit. Let's get it packing. I think Fulton gonna fuck him up though. I'm gonna be real with you. He gonna style on this nigga. He's gonna
I'll
style
admit,
on his ass.
I'll admit Stephen Fulton moving up to 126 because I don't like it when dudes suddenly announce they can't make weight. Like all of a sudden, oh, I can't make weight no more. It's like, oh, as a fan, like you gotta like give some sort of fucking indication that that's happening to you. Because honestly, now that Inoue is about to clear this motherfucker, MJ on sketch mode, because we already knew that fight wasn't gonna happen anyway. Now all of a sudden, Fulton suddenly can't make. So now all of a sudden, Fulton suddenly can't make weight, and Figgy deserves another shot. Like, I don't know, man.
I'm not mad at the Figgy rematch because if niggas want to say that he lost, fine, run it back, and that's a good win. That ain't no fucking terrible win to go and shut this dude out completely and
Look,
come back
man,
to if he don't come back down and fight anyway, then it's a different story. I see where you coming from, D, but that's been my stance the whole time.
I'm with
Like,
I'm with D too though, because the one thing I will say is he had a boxing scene article where he was saying something like, "Well, if you take away Inoue power, what do it mean?" And at the same time, he was like, "Yeah, I'm moving up to 126." I'm not saying he's scared of Inoue, but reading that and then seeing that move, I was like, okay,
It looks
this
bad.
nigga is not. Yeah, it don't look good. You
Yeah,
feel what I'm
yeah,
it
saying?
I
looks
see what
bad.
you. I can definitely can agree with that. You know, but I'm personally I fuck with Fulton Heavy too, but I'm gonna be real with you. That's why, cause I fuck with him heavy. And then if this was any other fight, just some fucking bum, I'll be like, what the fuck are you moving up for? But I'm not saying like I don't disagree with it, but I'm more on line with what y'all two are saying. You and Cozy and you do what y'all saying, but I'm not mad at it. Because if other fighters can do it and get no shit for it, why should I have to give my fighter some shit for it? That's
I'm
how I
not.
Yeah,
am.
I'm not mad at him. I'm just
neither
saying,
am
why
I.
talk all that shit about how bad you want MJ anyway, just to be in a position to fight one of them, and then be like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna get a division ahead. Like that just looks like I don't know. Could he be having legitimate weight problems? Absolutely, I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. But saying all that, and then the moment Inoue is about to push up some, allegedly, then you decide to move up, and then you're fighting Figueroa on top of that again. It all looks a certain way.
Yeah, and the thing is too, the only reason I'm gonna say this, I give Fulton a little bit of a pass. One, because he's really fought smoke at the divisions he's at, so it's
Right.
not like he's like a I don't know Shakur Stevenson, who I think has an overrated record. I keep bringing him up because listen, I fuck with Shakur, but he got to fight somebody. But no, in all seriousness, it's not like he's like a Janabek or something like that who's fought nobody. You feel what I'm saying? Like he has a good record on him.
I agree.
But
Yeah,
but
Fulton has
yeah,
fought. Fulton has fought back-to-back undefeated fighters with no blueprint on how to beat them, and he doesn't get enough respect for it. He retired. He retired Danny Roman, who is very tough. He like people were saying Figueroa gonna be next up, and it's nothing like his brother. He made him look just like Omar. So I don't think. I don't think he gets enough respect.
yeah, and then it's like you already know what the game, the play is, man. Regardless of what he does, they're gonna make him look like they're gonna try to make him look like a duck and shit, because they be sucking in his dick. They be all on his dick and shit. You know, I just want to see that fight. I'm not
I
gonna
don't
sugarcoat
understand.
shit.
I don't understand why nobody's putting any pressure on fucking MJ because people were talking about MJ like he was the fucking like people were talking about MJ when he was coming up when he had like 3 fights like he was like he was fucking Lomachenko and Janabek and shit. Now, like, but ever since that fight where he got exposed by a late replacement and damn near got stopped, all of a sudden people are giving him permission to duck. Like, no, y'all need to be on his ass.
Exactly.
Y'all over here talking all this bullshit. I remember when he was coming up, people were like, "Oh, he's gonna be the next guy. He's gonna be Lomachenko. He's gonna be like Janabek. Nobody's gonna want to fight him." Come down to it. Look at this nigga. Get fat ass can't even make weight over here looking like Brian
Little
Castano and
fat
shit.
motherfucker.
Yeah.
Little, you look like a little fat, them fat kid, little fat ass kids that be too fucking fat. Like you look at a little kid and be like, how the fuck are you this fat? You only 6 years old. That's what you look like.
Yeah. And also, how are you weight bullying people and then still looking terrible?
Hmm.
That's what I want to know. You're over here. You clearly are cutting an enormous amount of weight, and you still don't look that great.
People are allowing him and Eddie Hearn to duck the fucking work, bro, and it shit pisses me off. But you quote unquote boxing fans though, that's why I don't be getting mad when shit be not don't be going the way, man. These niggas deserve it. They don't be doing shit but sucking dick, complaining about shit. But then you over here letting the fighter duck and making all these excuses why fights can't fucking happen. We was talking about that earlier with Boots, man. Niggas don't want Boots to come up. But you quote unquote fans of boxing, and you want to see these fights, man. Get the fuck out of here.
Well, I told Stephen Fulton personally on Twitter that the MJ fight probably not gonna happen and he should fight Aleem. He responded with, "I don't like Aleem's style," and then now all of a sudden he announces he's moving up a weight. I'm like, bro. And you know what's gonna be terrible? Imagine Inoue gets to moves up in weight and he fights Aleem and Aleem actually does something. That's bro. You know how bad that's gonna look.
Yeah, that would look bad, and I hope he get on his ass about that.
It's gonna look terrible.
But we gonna see how that shit unfold. You know,
Because I think that
Yeah,
Inoue
I
should
ain't
fight
like how he
Aleem.
did that Aleem shit, man. That was some other shit right there. I gotta call it what it is, man.
It was weird. He just said, "Oh, I don't like the way he fights." Like, what the fuck is that?
I can't fuck with that type of terminology.
Yeah, like I don't like his style. What? What the fuck do you mean? What are you talking about? No, bro.
That's like when Shakur went and said, "Oh, Shaqy Foster, he ain't fought nobody, man. He need to fight somebody before he start calling my name out." Then he moved
Right,
up 135 pounds.
right. These dudes, whenever it comes to fighting other niggas, like I think Spence, both Charlos and Haney and Wilder are the only black folks down to fight other black people. And Porter, of course. But outside of that, yeah, dude. Every time it's time to fight other black people, these dudes start just saying weird shit.
I can't fuck with that shit, bro.
But we gonna see. Y'all got anything else y'all want to chop it up about or what?
Yeah, are y'all watching today's fight?
Oh yeah, today's fight. We definitely gonna have to talk about that too. So I guess I'm gonna chop it up with you guys later. We're gonna talk about tonight's fight. Hopefully, motherfucking Franklin beat White ugly ass. I want to see that shit. Isn't that shit supposed to be on right now? I'm not tripping.
Yeah, it's on right now. The card is on right now.
Okay, so we gonna watch that shit and chop it up later, y'all.
All right, thanks.
Word, let's go, Franklin.
Yeah, let's go, Franklin.